Hey everybody, it is Lee. I am back. I am just on the YouTube side trying to get things situated, so give me one moment. If anybody pops in, let me know how you're hearing me, if everything's okay. I had to actually re-sign into StreamYard and because I have been away so long that I had to re-sign in and do all this other stuff. So it's, hey, Lady Casca, be charming, Joe Morgan. Oh, hello. Give me one moment because now I'm like, there's so many new things on the YouTube side. It's like, oh, God. So I should have probably did that before, but um, God, I haven't done a live stream in so long. I have to click and unclick all kinds of stuff here. Oh boy. All right. So we're going to I do want the live chat replay in case any of you put anything that you want other people to see. I don't know what that reaction button is, but anyway. Yeah. So, hey, everybody. Lady Casca, I think about you all the time. I wonder how you're doing. YouTube's been weird. It hit a bunch of comments. Yeah, I just found a whole crap ton of comments that it said I never responded to, but I never saw them. So I went and responded to them. Yeah. So I was outside yesterday, all day yesterday in the greenhouse, potting, planning. I just went out there and watered. I just started my ribs. I just opened my Thrive that it just came in. Hey, Brian. And yeah, oh my gosh, I'm a mess. But you know what? Sierra should be home in about less than an hour. I was going to lay down and watch the rest of some of my TV shows, but Jack's in my spot. He's in my spot. So I'm not going to kick him off the couch. How are you all doing? It's been a hot minute, I know. I just downloaded, I'm actually uploading right now 2 videos to drop later because I still have 1 or 2 videos from before that, because what I do now is I record a lot of videos when I'm cooking a new recipe or doing something, and I put it in the queue and I wait for a couple days. I don't do it every day anymore. I can't keep up with doing a video every day, and a lot of the meals I make now are repeats of other things I've done. So why keep making the same videos of the same things I make? So I wasn't getting notifications. Joe. Still at work, but I miss you guys. I'll be listening. Okay, well, we're here. Tapped some birch trees for the first time on this trip to Alaska. My parents used to make that too. They would tap their trees and stuff. I'm jealous you got a freeze dryer. I was trying to get my brother to buy one. He's getting into the prepping stuff, and he bought a commercial off a lady. He bought a commercial dehydrator. The thing's as big as a dishwasher. He said, So I was talking to him. I'm like, you should buy a freeze dryer. He's got a whole sun porch that he could put it in. And that way I could go over and use it. I don't think he'll do that, though. But he did get, I think, a dehydrator. I think he got a meat slicer, like a commercial one. I'm not sure. And then he got a canner. I had some kick-ass curly fries for breakfast. Oh, yum. Hey, Lewis. I know. I've been busy, and I backed away from YouTube. Just backed away because I was burnt out. Worrying about making videos all the time. And our electric has been crazy with 3 20 cubic foot freezers, and then the 7 cubic foot freezer and the extra refrigerator down there. Our electric bills have skyrocketed. And so I've been trying to consolidate, and we unplugged the fridge downstairs. We unplugged the 7 cubic foot. The I gave a lot of meat to my two sons because one had a freezer at home and the other one wanted to buy a freezer. So I sold him one of my 20 cubic foot ones and gave him some meat to go with it. And because now I know, I was buying things that I knew I wasn't going to eat, like whole hams and uh, I just bought so many different things because I thought we needed to have it. I was like panicking and just buying, buying, buying. And I don't make ham that much. I don't like ham, and stew beef, I don't use that much. So, and I have tons of beef stew that I pressure can. So I gave a lot of stuff away and consolidated into 2 freezers, 2 tall 20 cubic foot freezers. And when I unplugged the refrigerator and the small freezer, my electric bill went down good. So it should go down even better because we're going to have to plug in the pool pump pretty soon. We got our freeze dryer in pause mode using the one we got Alaska daughter. I don't know what that means. You haven't missed much. Same old. I know. I do watch people's videos. Just I'm not sitting here for days and hours and hours and hours, and I can't. Great to see you, Brian. It's so nice to see everybody in here. I was like, oh, I don't think anybody's going to show up because I haven't. I didn't schedule it, and I pop into people's videos and live streams and say hi, but I'm usually doing something. So, oh, you're in Alaska. Okay, be charming. And you know what? We've been doing more things. Like we went to my son's last weekend for a Cinco de Mayo taco party, just family. And then we watched the Kentucky Derby. I won $10. My granddaughter, who's 4 months old, won $50. And because we all put like $5 in the pot. And I didn't really win anything because I put in $30 I put it, me, Chris, Todd, Sierra, and then I think a few extra tickets there were. So I won 10, but I really didn't win 10. But it was fun. It was fun. They had a bonfire outside. They made tacos. I brought cookies and tortillas and salsa. It was just really fun. I got to see the grandkids. We all sat around. And we this past, where did we go? I don't know. He hasn't been working many Saturdays like he used to. He hasn't, his hours have not, apparently he came home and said his boss is slowing things down and not overworking them like they were doing last summer. They were burnt out last summer. So he's mainly getting his 40 hours. That's pretty much it. And not really working Saturdays. He's given his employees a break, and I understand that. It's nice because we've gotten the yard cleaned up for the most part. A few things left. This Saturday, we're going to this couple we met at Home Depot, or no, BJ's last year. And she came out here when one of the neighboring towns had a townwide yard sale. So Chris was at work that day. It was a Saturday. And me and her went for a few hours. And now we're going to their house. It's about 40 minutes away, I'd say. But we're going over to their house to visit. And I really love this lady. She's just awesome. And so we're going to go visit her Saturday. And then Sunday, I'm going to go up to my mom's and bring her Mother's Day card. And then we'll come back here. Oh, my son's supposed to come. He wanted to take me out for breakfast Sunday, all of us, but I don't want to go out and eat. I don't eat breakfast. I'm very rare do I eat breakfast. And I have trouble leaving the house in the morning, so I have to wait till the afternoon to really go out. So I said, just come here and visit. We don't need to go out to breakfast. And they've got 2 kids, under 2. And that way we could just go drop my mom's cart off, come back here, and Chris can do some more burning in the burn barrel. Greenhouse is doing good. I just today, Brian, filmed a video, and it's uploading right now, of all the progress of the gardens outside in the greenhouse. It's going okay. I don't I don't like gardening. I don't. I'm doing it out of necessity and just to have stuff, and I'm not a big fan of gardening. But we put all that money into it, so I got to do it. And then next Saturday, my son has a campsite with his new camper, so it's not far. It's right in the next town. So usually they go out to the Cape, but this year they're doing it closer to home. So I'm going to go and bring a bunch of steaks for the ones that are going to be there, and we'll just hang out there for the day, and then we can come home at night because it's literally 20 minutes from here. Ran to the bomb. Yeah, we're spending I had Brockton for the whole week of April vacation. Taught him how to ride a bike, and yeah, it was fun. Going out, spent 500. Oh my God. I haven't been going out shopping at all. Haven't been buying nothing. No, I said I was going to do it, want versus needs, and that's what I'm doing. Rose Young came over the other day, and we went to the grocery store, and I picked up a few things, but then we went to the Salvation Army. I picked up some candles to put in my candle bin downstairs, and that was pretty much it. Only prepping stuff. I'm glad we did what we did all these past few years. We got our Mr. Buddy heaters. We got our Coleman tanks. We got all that stuff. So we're rotating our fuel out this month. We just used up all the fuel from May of last year. So we're good until September. We got the next fuel jugs are September's fuel. So we're going to refill the ones we emptied, and then we haven't been going out shopping. Nope. We're using what I have. Gonna eat everything out of the freezer and then refill it again, and now I know what we don't eat and what we do eat and things like that. But how are you guys doing? Coming up, what do I have? Oh, so y'all know I don't like to leave the house. Well, next Tuesday, the 16th, I think it is, I got to go for my dental cleaning, and then that's at 9, and then at 1 in the afternoon, I got to go out to the major town, which I avoid like the plague because it's off the highway. It's UMass Memorial Hospital, to bring Sierra for a visit. Because listen to this. When she swallows things like small things like rice, corn, things that are small, she'll go to swallow it, but it'll go, instead of going down her throat, it goes up her nose. Through in her inside her mouth. It just kind of goes up in her nose, and she has to breathe in really hard to get it out. And I didn't know this was happening to her until she did it in front of me one day. And I'm like, she thought that was normal. I'm like, no, how long has this been going on? She said, for a while. So her doctor referred me to a place out in Worcester because she's under 18. I can't take her to a place I'm comfortable driving in my hometown. So I'm dreading that drive out there. And then I have to take Todd out for his MCAS out in Worcester again in June. And I told his dad what the date was. Hopefully he can get the day off and come out here, from Philly. But if not, I got to do it. Hey, Mountaineer Mama. Joe, drunken litany of swears. Just bought I have never bought. Rose was talking to me about that the other day, maybe going in on a cow at some point. I don't know, maybe. We don't eat a whole lot of I like hamburger and I like ribeyes from a cow. I don't like beef tips. I don't like beef ribs. I like pork ribs. That can lead to silent aspirational pneumonia. Huh. I don't know. So we're going to a specialist on the 16th next week. Todd's been doing great. He's doing all A's. He's got all A's in his online TECA. He's doing fabulous. It's a lot of work. They gave him a lot of portfolios and a lot of big things to do, but in some of these classes, but he worked through it. He doesn't have like a time frame. He can get it done when he gets it done, which is nice. But he's doing wonderful. Sierra's got all A's too, and B's. She's got a couple B's. Yeah, they're doing great. They just had a big town vote on a 33% increase on our taxes. Okay, for a 2.5 override, which would be permanent. So it'd be an extra $1,200 a year on our taxes to do 2 school roofs, renovate the high school, and all kinds of other things because they manage their money piss poor apparently. So that got voted no. So they've been having meetings because now they've had meetings after meetings. I've been watching those. A lot of the meetings. I've been watching the videos on the meetings, and there was one last night, and they're talking about all the cuts they're making. They're going to be doing away if this next vote in June goes no. They had such a huge turnout. Only 700 people voted yes, and 2,900 voted no. I never seen a voting place so crazy. I had never voted till this year for the town meeting. It was insane. And so 33% increase, a permanent increase. So people like, no, I'm not paying 33% for the rest of my life for 2 roofs on a high school that you're valuing at $1 million. No, wait a minute. How much? 5 million. 5 million for 2 high school roofs and renovations. Yeah. So, um, everybody voted no. So now they're trying to do all these meetings, and they're not changing any numbers, but all they're doing is cutting people. They're cutting no more. There's going to be no more. We have 1 librarian in our district, and we have 3 schools in our district. 3 schools. Well, more than 3 schools, but we have Charlton and Dudley are the district together. So there's all the schools. There's middle schools, elementary schools. They're gonna get rid of music, art, health. They have 1 librarian that's certified, and without her, they are not allowed. The state, you can get so many free web internet stuff, like to do research papers and stuff. Without her, they'd lose all that. They lose funding, and they are trying, and they're even bringing the kids into it, and having the kids say, well, we're gonna be lost without this. And they mismanage their money so badly that it's insane what they're asking the voters. It's insane. They're getting rid of all therapy, like all the adjustment counselors. They're getting rid of everything. Everything. All the sports for the freshmen will be gone. Yet they want to keep JV football for like sophomores. But the thing is when you have kids that they join that JV in middle school to get it and keep going in high school. So if you're getting rid of all that, where are these kids going to get it to join? It makes no sense. So I don't expect it to pass. And the next town over just did one, and that didn't pass either because they were trying to get a lot of money from. It's all elderly here that own homes. It's a very quiet town here, and there's no real major businesses here. And people, you already can't afford to go out to eat. They don't understand. They're trying to come back and lower it, but nothing I have watched has showed that they've tried to really do anything except cut everything for the kids. They don't cut their own salaries. I was a D student. I was a C student. I hated school. I'm not even going to lie. I hated it. Thank you, Brian. So nice to see you all. I'm noticing my face is quite red. I think it's because I'm overheated with this thing. I don't know how to dress. It's like yesterday we were freezing. We had the heat on at night. No, the night before that. And then last night we had the windows open. It's like insane. Insane. That's why I don't care about the gardens as much. The weather's just not cooperating. My starts all are so small, and I don't think it's going to do too well outside this year. So if I don't do well, I'll just go to the farmer's market up the street or go to my parents. They're growing everything. They have that heated greenhouse. They had 500 tomato plants they did amongst everything else. So I can always go there and get fresh produce. Yeah, I know, Lady Casket's been insane. It's like cold, hot, cold, hot. I still have my grow shelf over there, and I got to unplug it and put it away because I'm done growing in the house. Everything's out in the greenhouse now. I think the 2 days ago was the last 38-degree day at night. The 38-degree night. It's about 80 here. In the greenhouse, it was 90, so I had to open everything up. But nothing exciting going on around here, honestly. That's pretty much it. I got some onion starts that I did in the house that I put out. Some are doing okay, some not so much. I think I'll stick to doing Dixondale. And I'm giving some to Rose. Chris got a whole bunch of buckets from the back shed, and he drilled holes in them, and we're going to give those to Rose Young too. Bring those over. I'll probably see her Saturday morning. We're going to out in Woodstock. We're going to this big, huge church that does yard sale giveaway twice a year in September and in May. And you can get it's all free. It's all donations from people. And I think it's the same one that my aunt used to be involved with when I first moved back from North Carolina. And I got my dishes, my towels, all mismatched stuff, but it was all stuff that was donated. And I used it when I moved into my apartment when I separated from my ex-husband. And I still have a lot of that. I mean, I got a nice KitchenAid hand mixer. I got towels. I still use the towels. I still use the dishes. It was really nice to have stuff to just start in an apartment with. So I'm going to go there, meet her. We're going to go with Chris's truck and go see her and bring her the buckets. And I gave her some of my Food Saver canisters to vac seal different types of jars other than mason jars. But I forgot to give her a lid, so I'm going to bring those with me. Hey, Free Hanley. Epic rain here. I got Easter Bunny drunk, then argue with my woman and got in trouble. How's that drinking doing? Maybe you shouldn't be drinking. Just saying. Anywho, take it from experience. I became a diabetic because of all my milky toasted almonds and ice cream that I lived on. I was in the bar 4 days a week. Anywho, but Chris has just been working and working when he can, and we do stuff outside when he comes home, and just getting things caught up. You know, he's got the backyard almost done. Him and Stedding took that tree down, and he got all that wood stacked. Now it's just cleanup. All the old doors we brought home from my son because I wanted to save the doorknobs. Those hollow doors like this one behind me. We got a whole bunch of good ones. So I got to measure the doors because Jack has scratched all of them and they've all kind of peeled. So I got to measure to see if the good doors that are in the shed will work on those. When we're ready to change them out, we'll have doors. Other than that, We're going to burn the ones that have been sitting out in the rain. But yeah, just working outside and doing stuff. As long as I don't pass out when she calls. Yeah, don't pass out. She won't be happy. Oh, it's already after 2. Yeah. So, and then not last night, but the night before, we got some news. His mother lives in El Paso, Texas, okay? Like minutes from the border. Minutes. Now, she was left this home by her mother who passed away, and it was paid off free and clear. Gave her a brand new car that was paid off. Everything. She had it. She had massive money too. She was left a lot of money. Land in Sun Valley, even. And she blew it all. She blew it all. She hasn't been paying her real estate to her town taxes or whatever. She can't get her. She was born in Austria. She can't find her birth certificate or any naturalization papers. She's 70 something years old now. So she can't get her license because she's had no license because she can't find those papers. And I've tried helping her try to call Austria, and they something about having to pay $600 to get something or just to fill out the paper. So she's never done it, and I can't do much from here. And I got her on Social Security. I don't know how I got her on that without any ID, but she was up here when I got her on that. Maybe she had her license up here by then, but she couldn't get her license in Texas when she moved down there because she had no ID. So I don't know. And she blew through all her money, hasn't paid her taxes, and now it went from $4,800 a year to $7,000 by June 30th. Or they're gonna put the lien on her house. She can't come up with the $7,000. She blew the money. She blew it. She spent a lot of it on unnecessary stuff, plane tickets for her kids or grandkids that never bother with her anyway. She didn't give me and Chris anything. All she did was she gave us the $1,500 for a refrigerator when our fridge died. And when we bought the house, she gave all her kids $5,000. That was it. And then nothing else she's ever given us. We've never asked her for it, but she's given all her money everywhere to everybody, and she just blew it on weed, everything. So she tells Chris the other day she's putting the house up for sale, and her brother, her son, which is Chris's older brother, who's my age and is a bum, he's bled her dry. He bled her dry before they even got down there. She was in an apartment above us, and she lost her job of 20 years because of him. She lost her truck because he tried to fix it and damaged it to the point that you couldn't fix it. They had to scrap it. And he's bled her dry to where she had nothing up here. So when she moved down there, he's followed her and bled her dry. Drug addict, drunk, bled her dry. But that's her son. She loves her son. And she had even told us that when she got the money, she said, I'm going to put $65,000 away for Chris for his retirement. And I knew then it was never going to be there. So a couple months back, I said, let's see if we can get that and put it towards the house since the economy's going to shit. Oh, no, she had spent all that. It was gone. She has nothing now. All she has is her Social Security that she lives on every month. So she's facing... And she puts everything on her son to handle. She don't even know how much rents are. She don't know how to use a computer. She don't have internet. So everything's on the son to do, find an apartment. She doesn't know the rents of the apartment. When we lived in the apartment building, we each paid $750 a month for a 2-bedroom apartment. They're not like that. It's $1,600 here now plus. So in Texas, I looked, and it's about $1,300 around there. That's not even enough. Her Social Security isn't even enough. So either she doesn't sell her house, they're going to take it. They're going to put a lien on it. So she has to sell her house so they can pay off the $7,000, and she'll have to get an apartment or a house to rent with him down there. That was her plan, because she hadn't told us any of this was happening. And we're like, you don't have another chance. Once you sell this house, and she seems to think she'll get like 170,000. I said, once you get that money, he's going to bleed that dry, and then you have nothing. Nothing. He works 2 jobs, but she has no idea what he makes because he doesn't give her any money. She pays everything. And Chris, all he wants is for her to, if she's going to sell the house, sell it, move up here, stay with us for a little. But she has a pit bull, so you can't find a place to live around here that accepts pit bulls. They just don't. Most homeowners can't even have pit bulls. So we offered her to come up here without the brother. He's not welcome. Stay here, and we'll find her a place, and then I will budget her money with her every month so she pays her bills. If she had only put $400 a month away, she would have had her property tax money for the year. Before she left, I had to help budget her money. Me and Chris drained every one of our credit cards to help her keep her apartment. I don't want anybody living here. I like my privacy. I like the way we have things here. Sierra doesn't want her because all she wants to do is sit and smoke weed. So I don't want, and the minute I would leave the house, she would probably smoke weed in the house. She did that before. Sierra don't want that. We don't want our lives uprooted. Joe. One minute she's threatening to tie me up with Christmas lights. The next she's yelling at me. I can't win. But she only has, she said, a good 8 years left. And Chris is like, well, I'll have to go down there and settle her shit anyway when she passes on, if there's anything left to settle. Hey, Ginger Ninja. So I don't want anybody living here. We don't have the room. I'd have to come out into the living room on the couch while she's in my room. I felt when she came to visit, I walked on eggshells. I love her dearly, but she's made this mess herself. Even Chris, he's like, we can't do nothing. We don't have the money to help her. We can't even have an extra person here because it's going to cost us more. She sleeps during the day and stays up all night watching TV. That's all she does. So I don't know what's going to happen. I told her, we laid it down that he's not welcome here, but she could come. We would find her a place, and she'd have to leave into her own place. But I know the brother's going to twist her mind up, and she won't come up here. She'll sell the house, and they'll go get a place down there. And that's what we hope will happen. But she'll be homeless. He'll drain her dry. Her daughter up here we don't even deal with Chris's side of the family because they're all manipulative. They use people. We don't ever have them around here. It's very quiet here. I don't want people here. They're just not good. And I've raised my kids a certain way. I don't want them around all that. Little tiny houses. Yeah, we even talked about adding on up, like going upward, but we can't afford it, and she can't do stairs, and I don't want to share my living space. I've done that when I was in my younger years with all of my ex-boyfriend, the boy's father, all his brothers lived with us. All of them. 3 or 4 of them, and I don't want to do that anymore. I know she's family, but she puts Chris last all the time on everything. Because he has me. That's why. And I keep shit together. So we'll see. We'll see what she does. Chris would have to take a plane which he don't want to get on a plane, to go down there and drive her up here. She don't have an ID to even get on a plane. So he'd have to drive her up here with what she has. Yeah. Sad. And then my boy's father was a twin. He had a twin brother. They were fraternal twins. Well, my boy's father died in 2015, I think. Or 17. I can't remember when he died. Brain cancer. Well, his twin brother just died of a heart attack out of the blue 2 days ago. He was 55. Their mother is still alive, and another brother and sister. So my son's helping deal with that because him and his wife had a gorgeous house. They just got 2 horses, they got chickens, they got fruit trees, they got all this stuff that he always dealt with everything, and she has no clue. So they're all going up there Saturday for the service, and then going to help her work with a whole bunch of other family members to get a routine going to go up there and help her take care of her property and her animals and stuff. Why would Chris have to go down there? If she moves up here and leaves the brother down there, Lady Casca, he would have to fly down there, grab his mother and her stuff, and drive it up here in a U-Haul because she can't drive. She don't have her license. And she'd have to get up here somewhere. Hey, Stale and Tree, somehow. Yeah. And if she passed on, who knows what would be left for Chris to deal with down there. He'd want her ashes or whatever. So it's emergency appointment for what, Joe? Yeah, so I like my peace and quiet. And then that night that we all talked at the table, because Chris would talk to her while he was at work. So he said, oh yeah, she's selling the house, something about a tax lien or whatever. So I made him call her when he got home, and I'm like having her explain it. I couldn't believe how bad it was. And I get all frustrated, and I flip into I want to help mode. We got to figure out what to do for your mother mode, I couldn't sleep that night. I woke up at 1:30. I went to bed at 10:30, woke up at 1:30. I was up since 1:30 in the morning till like 10:30 the next night. And last night I slept good, but hey, Chris Piat, how you doing? It will all work itself out, I can't have a pit bull here. So she'd have to get rid of her dog, and she will probably refuse to do that. Well, she'll be on her own. I can't have her here with a pit bull. This is Jack's domain. It's hard enough when I had my son's dog here. Not going to be cremated, knowing my family. I'll end up in the vacuum. Don't want my urn saying Bissell or Hoover. I want to be cremated. And all this makes me just realize I got to get all my affairs in order. Wouldn't even know the first thing to do because I have a lot of land that was put in a trust for me. I have a seventh of the portion of land because there's 7 of us kids and he left it in a trust for us. We each get a 7th. So I don't know how much it's worth or anything. So I would have to put that in my will and all that stuff. I wouldn't even know how to do that, but our taxes went up over 100K this year. They have been valued at over 200,000. Wow. Our house is valued at 299.6 is what it was assessed at. That's it. We bought it at $225. Yeah. Oh, so any good exciting things going on with any of you? I know I've been gone for a hot minute. I got my ribs. I got a rack of ribs in the oven, slow cooking on 250. Is today Wednesday or Thursday? Oh, it's Thursday. I wonder if Sierra's even coming home. She might be going to her friend's house because she goes with her to. Her friend goes to horse lessons on Thursdays. But good news, after all that denture crap with his top dentures, we had a credit on the account for over $600. So we're getting a check cut back to us for $600. So we didn't have to pay anything that I had put away. So I was glad about that. And that's 600 out of the 700 I have to do. Can y'all hear me? So that money we're going to put away for the driver's ed, and I'll only owe 100 more, which I have. We're still paying on the freaking braces because their father's insurance stopped paying, said they had reached their allowed limit. So we had to start up our payment plan again. So that works out. That 600 can go right to the driver's ed for October, and he's going to pay one, and I'm going to pay one of the twins. And they're going to make an exception for Todd to go to the same drive because it's through the high school. They have a driver's ed program at the high school. So even though Todd doesn't go to that one, he does home, the guy's going to let him take the course there too. So that's good. And it's after school. So that's good. Strip club, $20. Still a treat. So that's about everything in my crazy life. They have all these town-wide yard sales going on all over the different towns, but it's like I know better than to go to too many because I'm going to go to this free one in Connecticut with Rose this weekend and see what I can find for free. Chris ended up taking the shed to the right of it. There was like a lean-to area. He took everything off of it and redid the floor, made it more sturdy, cleaned up the back over there. Now where they dropped the tree is all cleared out. We got to take all the picker bushes and poison ivy and raspberry bushes out because the people we're going to visit this weekend are giving us raspberry cuttings that they replanted for us. So we might put some bushes over there, but it's got to be cleaned out first. Yeah, we don't buy any of that stuff either, Joe. I'd only get prepping stuff, things I can use for prepping. We get an insurance discount, Mountaineer Mama, but it is discounted because when I went for my driver's ed, it was $250. When my son went in he was born in 1990, so 16 years later, he had to pay like $900. So it's $700 here. And then I have to take a 2-hour course. But, and that's what I was glad about. Since I have twins, I only have to take it once. It's good for 5 years. So if I had other kids that were getting their license within that 5 years, I'd already have done it and I'll be all set. So it don't cost any more than that. It's just I have to take it too. That's new since when I got my license. You don't have to take driver's ed, Lady Casca, but you get a discount on your insurance. And I don't have the patience to teach my kids how to drive. Sierra is deadly afraid. She don't like cops. She don't like to break the law. She don't even want to go drive in a parking lot when it's empty. She's just, that's illegal. That's illegal. But I have till October. She won't be 15 in 9 months till October. And that's when you can start it with the school. So just going to do both of them at the same time and get it done. That way they know they have each other when they go to the class in the classroom, and they're not alone. Yeah, God, I was 16, 15 and a half when I went. I'll be 51 this month, the end of this month. Oh yeah, they got to get a learner's permit here too. Yeah. But what's good is they let them use their cars to do the driving, and they don't have to go to the registry to do the driving license test. It's brought to the school. Someone from the RMV comes to the school, the high school, and they do the test from there. Yeah. Which is different. When I had to do it, I had to go to the RMV. I think they would learn better from a total stranger than they would from me. I think I would just stress them out. I know I would. There's just some things I'm not meant to teach, is one of them. My ex, their father had to teach my boys to drive. You make 51 look good. Thank you, but I have meth labs. Oh, speaking of making it look good, I gotta text my son. I'm gonna remind him to get me the BioFreeze. He can get me BioFreeze. He's got a hookup. I'm just gonna text him. I taught Brockton how to ride a bike. I heard a car door slam. So, across the street, an elderly lady that lives there, she's selling her house. She's been there over 50 years. They've been doing work. They pressure washed the whole roof in the house, and we don't want her to move, but she can't. Her husband passed away, and she's got cancer, and she can't upkeep that house. It's a ranch like this. It's gorgeous inside, Chris said. And I'm telling everybody I know that, like Chris, like the twins' father, I'm like, you and your mom should move here. But yeah, so they've been doing a lot over there, and it's going to be, because it's all elderly around here. So her son is going to have her move in with him, and she's selling the house. And I'm afraid for any new neighbors. I don't want anybody that's riffraff, you know. I'm doing a carnival only eat meat. Hey, Brooks, Home Sweet Homestead. Super Dave. Don't forget the Twizzlers, too. What? Do I know Super Dave? Lady Casca, I'm on a seafood diet. I see it. I want it. It is beautiful weather. Isn't, hey, lady, isn't, I think Alaska Prep is doing that too, right? Bye, Steel and Tree. I think Alaska Prepper is doing the ketovore or something like that, but it's meat too. I'm not sure. I love my ribeyes. That's the only steaks I like. They're not too tough for me. heard something, but I think it's Todd's computer. He might be on it with a teacher. Yeah, because there's no sugar or carbs in meat, so it doesn't raise my sugar levels at all. It's hands. I had to change the name. Oh, okay. I'll have to let Chris know. I've been away too long. Now I'm gonna have to call you Super Dave instead of Han Solo. Han Solo is stuck in my brain though. I hear a bus. I wonder if she's coming home or if she's. This girl is growing up too. They both are growing up too fast. Their nana and father came down and surprised them and took them for the weekend. And he's as tall as his father. And I guess she's not coming home. Would have been nice for her to tell me. She's supposed to text me and let me know. I'm going to text her right now. Not happy. She's supposed to tell me. Well, I'm getting tired. Hey, Ark Wild Man. I'm doing high protein, low carb down to. Wow. I wish I was that strict. I wish I was that strong. I don't eat a lot of carbs. I'm going to be honest. I don't. I shrank to under 200 pounds from 430 3 years ago, and I was homeless. Why have you had to change it from Han Solo? Did they make you change your name? Does YouTube make you change your name? Hey, Joe, Garden State Gardener. I know. Can you believe it, Brooks? I hope you're doing good, Brooks. I miss you. I missed your videos. You taught me so much. I looked forward to your videos. But I know you got to do what you got to do. I know. Yeah, he's on a video, I think, with his teacher or something. So last garden season, last year, I was doing all that stuff outside in flip-flops and barefoot, okay? Well, I banged my toe, my big toe, against the wood garden bed, and I split my toenail down the middle last year. And it didn't bleed or anything, so I just let it heal. And I never thought anything about it. Well, now my whole big toe turned yellow, the toenail. And on top of that, I have an ingrown toenail on the left side of it, and my toe is going like this because it's my right foot. So there's a bunion there, although it doesn't hurt. But I went to a foot doctor, and he said, "Yeah, you're getting a bunion." But because I hit that foot, it's trauma. They called it trauma to my toe. It caused a toe fungus. I'm like, how can you get fungus if you don't? He goes, trauma causes fungus, and if you're out there walking around with no shoes on, when you hit it, that already caused a fungus in it. And so now I'm on this topical solution because I can't take the pills. It'll damage my liver, and I already have a fatty liver. So I have to do the slower method, which is this toenail polish liqueur. Every night I have to put a layer of it on, and then after 7 days I have to take it off and then do it again and do it again. And it takes a long time. So my toenail is all yellow. I thought it was diabetic related, but he goes, no, you banged it and you had severe trauma to that toe. And you might have gotten water or gardening soil or something and caused a fungus or just trauma itself will cause fungus. It's not massive. It's a very light yellow, but I thought it was diabetic related. And so when it comes to my feet, I panic. So I went out and bought garden boots, so I don't go out barefoot no more. Ham Solo. 7% your rent went up? You guys aren't ready to buy a house yet? I know you were looking. I know, I do take care of my feet now. I do. I do. I know you were down south looking for a house. That's the last I heard. But with all the interest rates going up and up and up, it's like, is it even the right time to buy a house right now? I wouldn't know because I'm just aggravated that his hours went down. He was looking forward to banging out another good year so we could prepare for winter ahead of time, have enough oil and money in the accounts, and pay extra on our mortgage and get the principal paid down. We were the way I budgeted, we were going to pay a whole extra payment a month just on the principal. So we would pay our regular payment and then a whole nother one just on the principal to get it paid down. Nope. Now I got to budget in money for extra oil for the year and all the raise in electric that's gone on. Did they give you any ideas to reverse? Yeah, she told me what I needed to do, and I've done it. So, but I'm not gonna mess with my liver, and it causes kidney issues, and the medicine. So I'm not dealing with kidney issues. I'd rather just do it slower with this cream on my toe than try to take any more pills. Heading to North Carolina, June. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I know a few people here. Their rent went up by $200-300. That's why I'm glad we got this place. When we bought this house, our interest was 3.37, but our credits weren't that great. So we've never refinanced. I have a lot. I have like $170,000 in equity, but I'm not touching it. It's staying right where it is. And we're just working to pay the house off. I am not taking out any more loans or anything like that. We have no car payments, no credit cards. We pay cash or we don't get it. I'm not doing any of that. Nope. It's so nice to have you guys here. It's so nice to talk with you all. I got to get better about it, but I'm going to tell you, I was just burnt out from the YouTube and worrying about making videos and trying to get out a video every day. And you know what? I lost sight of why I was doing it in the first place. And that was so my family could see it. And now I'm spending more time with my grandkids and going to visit. And, it was nice having him here. He slept over from Sunday night all the way till Thursday during school vacation week in April. And he was such a good boy, such a good boy. I took him every morning. I took him out to the park and we rode his bike. We learned how to ride that, played basketball. I never moved so much in my life since that week. I was playing basketball, doing all kinds of stuff. Oh, have a good day, Ginger Ninja. Hey, Moonlight Gypsy. Did your daughter win that thing, Moonlight? I went in a few days and kept voting. I just blacked out again. Oh, Firefly called me the other day too. She'd been dealing with a lot. Her mom passed away. I still have her Christmas present here. we're going to make plans for me and Chris to go up that way and visit her because she's come out here several times. So I want to go out there. She is in the first for round 1. What? Awesome. Awesome. See if my daughter texted me back. Nope. Watch her not answer my phone call either. Let's see, shall we? You want to hear? I gotta find her phone number. I do have to get off here in a little bit. Let's see if she answers. Hello? Yeah. You need to tell your mother when you're going somewhere other than off the school bus into your house. Yeah. All right. So they're going to drop you off later? I have you on live stream, so everybody's listening. It's time for you to go. Oh, I know I'm not muted, Ginger Ninja. I wanted you all to say hello, Sierra.
Hi.
All right. I'm going to let you go.
Okay, bye.
Bye. She just texted me as I was dialing. I'm trying to let up on the reins a little bit. Let her do things. I told her though, when she's going to do something, she needs to tell me before she does it. But she doesn't really do anything else but go with her on Thursday. So I knew when she didn't get off the bus, she was there. I'm ready to tell Mom to eat my shirt. Anyway, all right, guys, I'm going to let y'all go. I got to go in the kitchen now. Got to make stuff. But it was nice being on here. I got to do it a little more often. But I did a video of the garden and the greenhouse, so you get to see. I'll drop that probably in another couple days because I think I just dropped one today. But yeah. So everybody have a great day. Thank you for coming and visiting with me. It was good to see you too, Brian, and everybody. I miss you all. I just I had to step back for a little bit, you know. I've been going through a lot of the stuff downstairs, and I got rid of a lot of the canned goods that I bought that we don't eat. Like when all this started years ago, I went out and bought sausage gravy, and I bought potted meat, and I bought soups, chunky soups, and we don't eat that stuff. So it all was up to expire date, you know. So I gave it to, actually, the girl that she's at, I gave it to her mom because she was having a tough time. So I went through and I got all that stuff, gave it to her, and she has a table at work that she can bring things that she don't use that for all the workers. So anything that she didn't want, she could bring there. So I cleaned a lot of the shelves off of the things that we don't eat. And now I know, and I won't do that again. But I was new to the whole thing, and I was stocking up on things I thought I needed because I was a new prepper type thing. But not anymore. Not anymore. But everybody, have a great day. I will see you soon. I'll see you on the next one. I don't know when. You all know me. I fly like the wind. But everybody have a great day. Thank you for all coming.